Hello everyone, welcome to the metals price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. This is intraday for the gold, silver and palladium to see of course what happened with this move from today. So basically we were looking still of course for our target here to be reached as a wave 5 in the blue box. And we saw, of course, this push toward the upside after the triangle. We mentioned here that we have an A, B, C, D, E. It's a triangle unfolding there. And very likely that we might be here in a potential, of course, something as a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 to finish up. However, if this is your zigzag, starting, of course, from this triangle here, and you have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 5. I'm still looking there for a little bit here for higher prices for the gold to get inside the blue box. And on the 15-minute chart, in case that this is an impulse in double 1, 2, this is a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and 4 and a 5 might still be unfolding there for higher prices. So I'm not yet convinced, of course, that we're going to finish in this way here in 3 waves. Well, unless, of course, you can consider as well 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in case that this is also an ending diagonal starting from there, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But this is a very, very choppy triangle. I'm going to remove here this triangle. And yeah, this is what I mean was within this possible diagonal, which it's not really nice. Even it looks like expanding, even if you take a look at this trend line here, and I'm not really convinced with it yet. So I think that here something else is unfolding. What I believe is that it might be, of course, the wave 5 still unfinished, and we still have a little bit higher prices here. And we might see here a finished wave 3 actually can be this your wave 4 and a 5. This is what I think there. What happened? 1, 2, potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3, which is also not really nice, 4 and a 5. So this price is very, very tricky and very choppy, but it suggests, of course, higher. Why? Because the fib levels. Simply by taking, of course, the fib level 1 to 1 fib level, and we still see higher prices. So I'm expecting a little bit higher and to finish up here, whether in an impulse we drop down or at least in a very good ending diagonal for a wave 5. But I think it has to finish, of course, as an impulse here, especially on the 15-minute chart. But if we see invalidation there, meaning if this price is taken there, that means, of course, invalidation of bullish, and it might be the signal there as a key level 4,180. And this might be the signal exactly that, okay, it's done here, unless, of course, we are in diagonal. So it's done, of course, for anything impulsive. So since the price is still above the 4,180, I'm still looking for this blue box, which is between the 4,200, 4,236 for the gold. This is my expectation here. If we dive inside this invalidation, okay, then it might has shifted into a zigzag here, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is what I'm looking for. I would like to see the box here hit perfectly, preferably, and of course to finish a nice structure at the end here to start to figure it out. What is the next, of course, possible scenario? Now, if we finish there, it can be very likely, guys, that this might be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, wave 3 unfolding. But the problem is that let's say this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Then we have to read this definitely as several 1, 2s. And this is a very big 1, 2 there after a smaller one, which is very rare case scenario, honestly, guys, to happen. And especially that you have here an impulse after it. So would it be invalidated by taking the high? Well, of course, by taking this high, this is your ultimate confirmation there that we're moving for higher. Knowing that the silver that we're gonna see next has took the high, very incredible price action here. It looks like the diagonal is working perfectly. As you can see, the confirmation for the silver for higher has been given. We passed it impulsively as well, and we continue for higher. So definitely, as I mentioned today in the daily for the silver, I'm gonna change, of course, the counting there. There is no ABC anymore. And I'm going to change, of course, here the count to be, of course, in double 1, 2. And that means directly by taking the confirmation for higher. So we are in 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. And currently you're working on a 4 and a 5. So by all means, if I want to put this in this white label there, so we are looking here at a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, probably unfinished as well for a wave 3. Okay, so I don't see it yet finished even. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish wave 5, and then wave 3, and then 4 and a 5. And that means, of course, that it might be here something unfolding as a potential zigzag again, which it might be, of course, the ending diagram 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Anyway, if this is a wave 3, so we have a new target possibility here. Wave 3 as diagonal, you would like to seek after this target. The problem is that if this is a diagonal in a zigzag, which is very weird again, and bring us again the possibility of double 1, 2. If this is a zigzag and another zigzag is a wave 2, you would like to see, of course, impulse correction and then impulse. If this is the case here with a very shallow wave B, meaning you are here potentially in an A, B, and a C, or probably even the A finished there, very, very shallow wave B, and you're looking at the wave C right now, well, can be your wave C as 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So also very, very tricky, but I don't like it at all. Like this very, very shallow wave B. And of course, in this case, your wave A is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, wave B, and then wave C. But very, very tricky, honestly. This is unexpected at all. Of course, a very shallow wave B. I'm not really convinced. So I see it a little bit much more as an impulse. And if it is an impulse, it's also problematic because we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it's going to be a huge wave 3. What is very unfamiliar and very rare is to have a bigger 1, 2 than the previous one. That is very, very rare. Yeah, but we still, of course, gonna watch what's gonna happen. Now, basically, this next target is in sight. Yeah, 55 or $56, let's say. Yeah, $56, $57 in between for the silver. Yep. So these are the possibilities here. Of course, higher prices in both case scenario here are given confirmation for higher, guys. All right, let's see the Palladium as well. And the Palladium also on the intraday here, as you know, we are looking for this key level, as we mentioned today in the daily. We have just passed it and we have overshoot it. And this is, of course, signal, of course, for a wave of 3 here might be unfolding as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So very interesting. Your wave 3 here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is not finished yet. Of course, it's going to push for higher still, of course, for Palladium 1.618. 1,500 can be very, very likely scenario for Palladium as well. Yep. So basically also it is breaking the scenario for a potential continuation here 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, unless of course a weakness is going to show up again. If we drop down impulsively, and this is, don't forget, invalidation, by the way, always have a key level invalidation of bullish. So this is your signal that it's not the 1.618, it's not the wave 3, it is of course a zigzag extended wave C a little bit, and then we drop down 1,411. Yep, so that was it for the metals, gold, silver, and palladium. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.